It is important to grab wisdom from different areas. If you take it only from one place, it becomes rigid and still. Understanding others and other nations will help you become whole. Hello, my name is Ruben Cabrera and this is Esperanza Cabrera, and today we are going to share with you the valuable message that we have learned from watching a scene from the Avatar The Last Airbender episode 9 chapter 2, season 2, bitter work.
Fire is the element of power. The people of the Fire Nation have desire and will, and the energy and drive to achieve what they want. Earth is the element of substance. The people of the Earth Kingdom are diverse and strong. They are persistent and enduring. Air is the element of freedom. The air nomads detached themselves from worldly concerns and found peace and freedom. Also, they apparently had pretty good senses of humor. Water is the element of change. The people of the water tribe are capable of adapting to many things. They have a deep sense of community and love that holds them together through anything.
Why are you telling me these things?
It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole.
All this four elements talk is sounding like Avatar stuff.
It is the combination of the four elements in one person that makes the Avatar so powerful. But it can make you more powerful too.
Now, as you saw in the scene, Master Iroh is instructing Zuko, the character of all the nations. And then Zuko tells him, "Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? What's the purpose of this?" And Master Iroh knows that Zuko wants to improve himself. He wants to become more skillful, more powerful. He wants to grow. He wants to become more than what he already is. So he shares with them this wisdom. It is important for you to draw wisdom from many places. If you take it only from one place, it becomes rigid and still. Rigid, it's hard, not able to be flexible, really strong, you know? And still, dry, like useless, like throw it to the trash. Understanding others, the other elements, the other nations will allow you to become whole. Whoa, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does all this mean? What does that mean? He's going to be able to understand other nations, other people, their perspectives. Why do they do things? He's going to learn to respect them. He's going to learn to respect them, to understand, to put himself in their shoes, to listen to their side of the story, not just one. Every time there is conflict, every time there is a conversation, every time you hear a rumor, if you just listen to one person's point of view or one person's story, you most likely will agree with them unless you hear the other person's story. And then you're going to make a better judgment of who is right and who is wrong. Now, I believe you can apply this lesson to many different areas in your life. If you are learning philosophy, history, it is important for you to learn from different nations, different areas, different locations. Do not limit yourself, because if you limit yourself, you're going to limit the way you react to people, the way you understand people, the way you conversate with them. If you really want to become more than what you already are, you must be willing to learn from others. If you limit yourself, you're going to allow yourself to be blind. You will never understand people. If you want to travel the world, you are going to better understand them and understand yourself, because we have differences, but we are so much alike. But many of us are blinded because we don't accept where we come from. We don't allow ourselves to learn, to know why they do things, to learn their perspective. We don't allow ourselves to be compassionate. We don't step into their shoes. What's the other one? We allow ignorance to create fear. But by not knowing we become fearful of other people. So if we learn to understand them, if we learn to understand ourselves, understand different areas, the why do they do things that specific way, why do they do things that way. If you're just learning from your book, from your teacher, from your country, you are going to limit yourself, even if the teachers in your area are telling you that they are wrong. Allow yourself to learn, allow yourself to reach out, allow yourself to be the judgment, for you to make the judgment of your life. Allow yourself to make the judgment if their stories are truth, by reaching out, by getting out of your zone, by getting out of your comfort zone, your place, your area. Allow yourself to travel the world, and if it's something that you're really interested, allow yourself to learn it from a different location. Allow yourself to be open-minded. Do not limit yourself. Do not limit other people. If you want to understand people better, if you want to be able to communicate with them better, if you want to be able to communicate with yourself better, understand yourself better, one way you can start is by reaching out to a different country. If you've been studying philosophy in your own area, or you created your own philosophy of life, maybe it is time for you to reach out of a different nation and seek out what their philosophies or ideologies to a certain subject. Allow yourself to learn. Don't enclose yourself. If you feel like somebody is different from you, if you feel like they are wrong, if you don't respect them, maybe it is time for you to step into their shoes. Maybe it is time for you to allow yourself to learn why is it that they do those things. If you are fearful of them, maybe it's time for you to educate yourself, to give yourself that knowledge, the ability to understand, so you will no longer have fear. Because they say that ignorance creates fear. Fear creates ignorance, or ignorance creates fear, because what we don't know, we fear. So if you want to better yourself as a person, if you want to understand yourself more, if you want to understand others, if you want to get along with others, if you want to be able to build relationships, allow yourself to learn from different areas. It doesn't have to be specifically in getting along. If you want to be artful, skillful, if you want to be a master, if you want to be a professional at one skill, it is a good idea to learn from different nations. You know, you might, if you're learning soccer, you learn from the US, you're going to learn maybe a specific area. But if you go to Spain, if you go to Mexico, they're going to focus in a different area. And if you adapt those things, you're going to become flexible, adaptable. If you want to be a musician, if you travel the world listening to different types of music, you are going to expand your creativity, your reaches, the heights that you can reach, because you're allowing yourself to learn from different nations, from different locations, from different areas. And when you create that beautiful song, people will be like, wow, well, this is so, it sounds similar but so different. Where did you get this from? And you could tell them that you got it from the world. You just didn't stay in Mexico, you just didn't stay in Spain, you just didn't stay in wherever you're at, you know. You allow yourself, you gave the opportunity to be open-minded, you allow yourself to learn, to not limit yourself. You allow yourself to become more than what you used to be, because the only way to understand others, to understand yourself, to become more, is if you are willing to learn the other side of the story, everybody's side of the story. If you do not want to limit your skills, your heights, your philosophy, who you are, if you want to understand yourself and other people better, if you want to create better relationships, allow yourself to be open to different areas, you know, different nations. Don't limit yourself. Do not become a rock that I only believe this and that is what it is. Allow yourself to become flexible, adaptable. We all live in this world for a reason, you know. The more we understand the world, why people do what they do, the more we understand ourselves, and the more that we understand them, ourselves, the more we allow ourselves to understand each other and create and respect each other and have more peace. I created this channel to spread awareness that every story, every book, every movie, every cartoon has a lesson for us to learn from. And if you apply these lessons to your life, you will improve yourself as a being, and by improving yourself, you allow yourself to improve the world around you. Gracias.